What's going on YouTube? In this video, I'll explain why your first recruiting client is priceless. What's going on YouTube family? Thank you guys so much for checking out another one of my YouTube videos. I hope that you are all safe and sound at home, not getting coronavirus, stuff like that. I truly appreciate all of you subscribers checking out my channel once again. Today, I want to talk about why your first recruiting client is super important to your success. So let's jump right into the video. I really don't think a lot of people break it down like this, but I specifically thought of 3 reasons why your first recruiting client is super duper important to you. Now, the first reason that your first client ever is super important is learning everything that you're going to learn throughout the life cycle of recruiting that one client's placement. So chances are you've probably been hitting cold email pretty hard, using LinkedIn tools pretty hard to try to find your first client, doing a lot of business development, talking to a lot of people, but nothing really sticking yet, right? Well, guess what? You just landed your first client. And so by landing your first client, you're going to figure out what worked and what didn't. What were you doing a bunch of? What were you doing a little of? And what were you doing some of over there? Figure out all of those things and figure out what landed this client. Systems are repeatable. And as you repeat those systems, you are very likely to get more clients doing the exact same thing that you did again. Simply put, your first client is going to show you what worked and what didn't to get clients. That right there is incredibly valuable. But of course, that's not all. You get to learn the entire recruiting life cycle from signed contract to fulfilled placement, all in real time, hands-on. I'm talking intake call, negotiation, fees you're going to charge. I'm talking about signing of the contract, anything and everything that goes into the exact life cycle of the whole process itself. You're going to learn everything there is to go into it. Like, this isn't stuff that you learn in a classroom. This is hands-on stuff that you're learning like on the job, like really hands-on stuff where you're literally doing it, and you're going to be doing it over and over and over again as a recruiter. Next up, you're going to learn how to recruit for this position. You're going to learn how to source, vet, qualify, interview candidates for this particular role. You're going to learn the process of finding the best and screening out the rest. You'll learn everything about submitting candidates and scheduling interviews with the client. I mean, this stuff is priceless when you're actually doing it in real life, hands-on, not just talking about it or learning about it. Beyond all of that, you're going to learn what your client wants and doesn't want throughout the recruiting process. And although this varies from client to client, it's still incredible information for you to learn and move forward with. Finally, you're going to come to the end of the cycle where the candidate makes it through their guarantee period and you get paid. I mean, this stuff just seriously gets me so pumped up thinking back to my first and second deals and everything that I was learning hands-on, that I was just taking in, experiencing, that I knew I was going to repeat over and over again. And it was so important for me to just take all that in because I knew at some point I was going to have to know this stuff like the back of my hand. All right, so reason number 2 why your first client is so important is you finally get paid. I mean, come on, after all this cold email, after all this screening, after all these Boolean searches, and after everything you've been doing, all your hard work as a recruiter, you finally get a paycheck. Now, here's the deal with first deals and actually making money from them. When you do something for a long period of time and you put a lot of effort and energy into it, and you finally get real money out of it, right? You get paid, right? It becomes real, does it not? I can personally tell you that it became extremely real for me when I collected my first fee for an administrative assistant worth $4,000 to me, and my second deal, which just so happened to be $37,000 for 10 drivers. Yeah, that was pretty real. I mean, when the money starts coming in and things really start connecting, you never want to look back. All right, so number 3 on why your first recruiting deal is a catalyst for your success. Frankly, it's motivation and addiction. I mean, let's be totally real. If you close a client, make a placement, collect $5,000, $10,000, I don't care what the fee is, your motivation is going to go through the roof. It's just the mere fact that you made that happen from start to finish, from scratch, that you created that. You made that whole thing happen and you made it all happen on your own. You did it, right? That motivation becomes addictive. All you want to do after that is more business development or even just sourcing or whatever it is. You just literally become addicted to the process. And for everybody out there that likes to put people down for getting their first deal at a 10% fee, nobody cares. Nobody cares because it's not about the money. It's not about the percentage. It's about the motivation. It's about all the learning. It's about the perseverance. It's about something paying off finally. Not financially, but motivationally, right? It's about proof of concept. That's what it's about. It's not about getting a certain amount of money out of a company, right? It's about getting that deal in the bag and proving to yourself that you're capable of doing something and you can repeat that. Honestly, this is exactly what getting your first deal in recruiting is all about. If you've already gotten your first deal in recruiting, you know precisely what I'm talking about. If you have yet to get your first deal in recruiting, you very much soon will know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, guys, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and smash that like button, hit the subscribe button if you're not already, and the alert button so that you know every single time I come out with a new video. Until then.